Well, Manny, did you bring the old Swiss out?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I brought the Swift.
Where's it at?
I got it right here. Should bring the Swiss.
Why cheese?
You said Swiss.
Swiss rifle. Rifle.
You got to be more specific than that.
But we're at the firing range. What are we gonna do with a whole block of cheese?
I know what we can do with it. What do you think of that? Where are you going?
All right, Manny. Now that you got the actual Swiss out here, I see it's a bit different than things I'm used to seeing. It's got like a straight pull bolt and different things. What's up with the?
So this is a 1896/11 rifle. So started out in 1896. It started out as a black powder rifle, and then when the new gunpowder, smokeless powder came out and was invented, they didn't have to want to manufacture all new rifles. So they updated it to shoot the new ammunition. They grafted on a pistol grip here, and they changed the bolt here, the lugs. They moved them forward a little bit more.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's all original. Well, other than, so I got the rifle, the iron sights were not on it. So I'm looking, if anybody knows where to find iron sights for a 1896-11, or even maybe a K31, it may fit it.
That's an interesting scope that's on there too. Is that?
It's just as old as the rifle, it looks like.
Is it like just like a straight 4-power? It looks like, or?
No, I think it's a two power.
2-power. Okay. So I might have some advantage over you then when we're shooting at 100 yards today.
Yeah.
But either way.
And there's no markings on it, so I'm not sure what brand it is. Even if it's sighted in. I don't know. I have no idea. It's the first time ever shooting it.
We'll let you take first shot and see if it's even on paper, and we can go from there. Worst case scenario, I got laser bore sight. We can get it sighted in and test out the groups on it. Because you brought what, 2 different types of ammo today?
Yeah, I brought some PPU and some cellular billet. Both same grain weight and all that. It's harder to find.
I would say.
So it shoots the 7.5 by 55.
7.5 by 55.
Sometimes it's called the GP11. So the black powder ammunition, they would call it GP10, and then GP11.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. That used to be a black powder rifle.
Yeah.
And it still looks like it's in great shape. No additional corrosion or nothing from whenever you used to shoot black powder.
Yep. All original serial numbers, magazine, matching serial number. And then in Switzerland, when you got out of the military, you could decide to take your rifle home, and they'd stamp it with a P, means privatized. I believe it means privatized, and there's a P stamped on mine. So the original owner of this rifle got out of the military and then took it home with him, and then somehow it ended up in the United States. And sometimes if you look under the butt plate, their soldier identification tag would be underneath. Checked mine, it wasn't there, unfortunately. That would have been pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
But even the serial number on the butt plate matches. So, like I said, the only thing that's not original is that scope. So, yeah. This is my first straight pull rifle, so it'll be interesting shooting it.
Alright.
And it's got a detachable box magazine as well. That's it.
Sweet.
And what'd you bring?
Oh, I brought a Spanish 7mm Mauser. This one's made in Oviedo, Spain. This is actually the 1916 Mauser. The only thing that separates it from the 1893 Mauser is this one's more of a shorter carbine, and that was pretty much it. And also there's a curve handle on the bolt, whereas a lot of them will just stick out kind of straight.
Yeah.
But other than that, most of it's a copy of the 1893 Mauser. This one, the serial numbers are kind of, the manufacturing numbers kind of rubbed off on it, so I don't know if it's 1919 or 1929. I can't read the third number on the year stamp.
Okay.
So it's one of those 2 decades, but still pretty good condition. The stock has been refinished.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I just love it.
I want to take the stock and put it on my 8 Mauser that we had in the first video.
Why don't you just refinish the 8 Mauser like this one?
I'm lazy. It probably won't even fit anyway. It might.
Good figure. But I was really surprised because when I first got this rifle and I was shooting it, I noticed I was not really hitting my target, and I was like, oh, it's zeroed for 300 meters. I'm not shooting 300 meters.
Okay.
So then I realized it goes all up to 2,000 meters, and I was like, okay.
And that was before you put this scope on?
Yeah, so I was able to track down a scope mount specifically for the 1916 Mauser. And there's a few others out there that might fit, might not. It's a big guessing game, but this one I got lucky, it fit, and it seems like it's holding pretty good. So I just bought a cheap $40 Amazon scout scope to put on here, a little 2x7, just to see if I can get some good.
You said it was from Amazon?
Amazon.
I bet my block of Swiss cheese will shoot better than that.
I bet I can put more holes in that Swiss cheese with a 7mm Mauser.
We'll see. Okay, I'm here behind the Swiss. Gonna shoot it for the first time. Like I said, I don't know if this scope is zeroed in or not. So we're gonna see if I can get it on paper. So here we go. First time shooting a straight pull bolt rifle. Earplugs in. Everybody's ready?
Yep.
There goes the ammo. I gotta get my rifle back on target. I don't think I see anything on paper. I think I missed.
I think you did too. I think you got the neighbor's mailbox again, Manny.
Me?
I think you're replacing it this time. I replaced it last time.
You shot it. What do you mean I did it again?
Well,
Let's just go check it out.
yeah. All right, so got the 7mm Mauser. Tried in it. Groups at 100 yards. Got 3 different types of ammo. All of them sell you in belly yacht. But I've got 3 different grain weights. I've got 140, 150, and 173 to see which one gives me the best group out of this specific rifle. I've only shot the 173 grain out so far, and it's done a pretty good group. I'm gonna start with the 140 grain just to see how much of a difference it makes. So I'll go ahead and get it loaded up and see what the pattern looks like.
Shooting the left or right target?
I will shoot the left target. my 4-shot group. We're going to take a picture of the target.
Good job.
See
I
how the
couldn't
group
see
worked
anything
out.
on the spotter scope, so I have to walk up.
See what?
Couldn't see anything on the spotter scope. I couldn't tell where you were hitting.
Couldn't see nothing?
Nope.
Shit. Alright, so I checked my group on that one. That was Full Metal Jacket, 140 grain. I was not happy. I don't know if it was just me trying to use his lead sled and it really threw off my group, but I stacked 2 of them. But then there's one clear at the top of the target, one clear at the bottom. So I'm going to try this 150 grain. This is the Cellular and Belliot TXRG ammo. It's supposed to have a really nice high BC. It's probably one of the higher ones I can find in stock at the moment. Let's plan on using this rifle with some long range shooting. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 4-shot group with this 150 grain and see if I can get some better results. Alright, there's that 4-shot group. Walk up there, take some pictures of the targets, and see if that did any better.
Let's check it out.
Alright, so that group was potentially equally as bad. I only had 2 shots on the target, right at the bottom. There was a theory that I read that whenever these old Spanish Mausers were built, the lands and grooves weren't exactly the best quality control job. And so a lot of people have said that these Mausers like the heavier grain weight ammunition, like the 173 SPCE. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 4-shot group with that. If it's still a really bad group, I'm throwing the scope away. And I'm gonna go back to iron sight for a little bit.
You can throw that block of Swiss cheese on top of it.
Honestly, that block of Swiss
Remember
cheese
when earlier when I
probably,
said the Swiss cheese was probably better than that?
I didn't think that was gonna be true, but I think a block of Swiss cheese might have a better grouping than this Mauser. But I'll go ahead and do another 4-shot group with the 173 grain SPCE. See how bad it turns out. And might be getting a different scope. Alright, that's 4 shots. We'll take a look and see if that group is just as bad as the first 2.
Okay, so we had a little bit of difficulty. We get the rifle on paper now. Unfortunately, we shot the neighbor's mailbox again. Logan just replaced the last one.
So you
So
get to replace this one.
the should be on paper now, so I'm going to do a 4-shot group with the Swiss 7.5 by 55. This is selling a lot, 174 grain FMJ. Eyes and ears. Up here. Four rounds. Let's go see how I did. Okay, so that 4-shot group didn't do too bad. We're using traditional targets, so there's no grid square, so it's hard to tell what the spread was, but we'll have pictures of it and we'll talk about it later in the video. So now I'm going to shoot same grain weight FMJs but PPU. So we're going to compare it to the cellular and velocity. Oh, I need new earplugs.
Oh. I got more plugs. Somewhere.
Here, just stick your fingers in my ears while I shoot.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, I'm all plugged up. Let's go. That hit him on top of the head. casing come out?
Yes.
Four down. Let's check it out.
Don't know if it's just me, but that PPU ammo, it smells different.
Yeah, it does. I started smelling it.
All right, so a couple days after we shot, because we kind of put on time crunch, I was not expecting the 7.0 Mauser to be somewhat disappointing like it was.
Yeah.
I shot the gun before, and I'd always done good with the 173 grain SPCE ammo, but the group actually ended up being over 4 inches, and the other two, well, I've got well over a foot on the 140 grain full metal jacket. And as far as the 150 grain TXRG ammo goes, it's not really even on target, so I can't even make an assumption as to what the groups might look like. So I got a little bit of things I need to look over on that rifle. I have noticed that the rifling at the end of the muzzle is getting kind of thin.
Yeah.
So I need to probably end up slugging the barrel, double checking a couple things. Might even have to knock a little bit off the end of it, recrown it, and see if I can get to shoot better. First, before I do any type of modification to the rifle, though, I'm gonna try a few different brands. I believe I can get some Federal 7.0 Mauser ammo in this area, and I can get some Remington core locks. A little pricey, so it might be some time before I can get the ammo and test the gun out, try some other groups, just to see what on earth's going on with it. In the meantime, I would like to retry the 150 grain TXRG ammo, just to get it on paper. But
yeah, you had two right there, so
yeah,
depending on where those other two were, it could have been a tight group.
Potentially. But your 6.5 or 7.5 Swiss though,
yeah, it did pretty good. It loved the PPU ammo compared to the Cellular Balot. So for the Cellular Balot, what we shot, shot a, what was this?
That was just about 1.5 inches, I believe. If you're doing the whole 4-shot group.
Yeah.
No, it's over 2.
Yeah, it's about
2 3/4 inch if you're doing the whole 4-shot group. But the reason why we do 4-shot groups is because we're kind of doing like a best out of 3 situation. So if you look at the best out of 3, if you want to consider a cold bore warm-up shot or anything like that, 3 shots are actually just over 1 inch, 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
So that's actually not bad. First time shooting that rifle.
Yeah. And then it took us some time to get it, and the scope still wasn't perfectly dialed in. But yeah, we're looking at just 1.5 inches. Yeah. And that was with the Cellular Balot. The PPU, it shot a. We also have all this information. We're going to interlace into the video so you can see better what the shot groups were.
A little over 2 3/4.
If you did the 4-shot,
just shy of 3 inch. If you do the full 4-shot group, but then you're doing the best out of 3.
We were looking at what, 1 inch?
About 1 1/4 inches.
Okay.
So pretty close to 1 MOA using that PPU ammo. I say you need to start buying some more of it.
Yeah, and it was actually, I felt like it was easier for the Swiss to find than it was the Cellular Balot. But then of course I got to order all that online. Finding that anywhere locally is
impossible.
Yeah.
So these are our groups so far. We've got some more dialing in we want to do with these rifles to try and get them a little more accurate. Do you have any plans on maybe swapping out that scope and doing something more long range with it?
Yeah, I think so. Now, I mean, it's going to have to be a scout setup, obviously, but yeah, I'm sure there's some better scopes out there, even just a newer scope, because the one on there now is so old. And then when we were sighting it in, for elevation, up
Up
would
was
go.
down and down was up.
Yeah, yeah. It was like, what is going on? We couldn't figure out why we couldn't get it on paper, and I finally we took the bolt out. And I was looking through the bore, and then up it through the scope, and I noticed when I would click up, the crosshairs were actually going down, and so it took us a minute to get it sighted in. But so that's kind of interesting. I don't know how that happens. I mean, the scope's not on backwards or anything, so
No. That was a little perplexing to me. Now, probably finding a Scout scope because you only have one scope ring that holds that one on. It's
yeah,
a weird setup.
Yeah, it is.
So that might be a bit of a challenge. If anybody out there might have suggestions to different scopes that we might want to use on these rifles, or Scout scopes that's got nice eye relief, something a little more powerful than 2x7s maybe, so if you really do some long range shooting with these guns, leave some comments. That'd be very helpful. But we also want to do a big shout out to USOG, United States of Guns. He has been reviewing some of our YouTube shorts. I don't know if he actually got to see any of our full-length videos yet, which is only one so far.
Yeah.
But he's been very supportive, and we greatly thank having somebody like him seeing our videos, at least for me anyway, because for the past few years I've just been watching his videos, and that was like, oh, it's awesome, At first I thought it was like a duplicate account, and then I finally started realizing, no, that's him. So that was a really cool thing, and I'd like to see some more other YouTubers get in contact with us, do some other might be awesome to see some collab videos with other YouTubers. Of course that won't be for a while. We've only got 120 subscribers, so we're just starting out. But
it's been a learning experience. It's a lot more into it than you would think. And just actually just going through it and doing it. And I was just like, you know what? Let's just record some stuff. And we're already shooting anyway. Let's just record and just have fun with it. And
and the editing was a learning curve. That's been still trying to figure out a lot of the editing and camera angles and different things like that. If you guys have any suggestions on certain parts you would like to see more of or less of, let us know. I think I'm gonna be doing some different things with the spotter scope and camera there, seeing the targets. Real hard to see them at 100 yards, so we'll probably move the spotter scope closer for that regard. So yeah, hopefully the next video will be a pretty good one, and I think we might be doing some shotguns coming up next.
Yeah.
So
skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So might try a little bit of skeet. So we're not doing just military surplus rifles. We're going to be doing anything we get our hands on, basically.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we got the mailbox replaced again. So hopefully that doesn't keep happening. So
I don't know with our track record. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give us a like and a thumbs up.